You know what? We're just gonna go live. Hey Johnny, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully the issue is nothing but yay! Awesome. I think it was an issue between OBS and Discord. I don't know what was going on. That being said, oh well, it's fixed. It's working. And if there's issues next week, I'll figure it out then too. Um, so welcome. Sorry, no intro video. I've tried it twice. I'm not doing it again. That's great. So, sorry, no intro video this time around. This is my third attempt at trying this tonight. So, we're just going to go right into it. And we kind of wasted a half hour, 40 minutes already. So, I just need the woo-saw and get focused here. Take a deep breath. Things are working. Yeah, do the things. Alright. I'm going to hydrate real quick. Ah. Alright. Well, we're going to get right into it. Last week, um, we were doing the piping, the going up the thing. Now, as you can see, I have my reference photos up quite a bit. So one thing that I did notice with, and these are all from the same video. This is all Booster 9. This picture was taken the same day these two, the same rollout. So last week I took note of this pipe going right up the middle, and that got me to thinking there might be a pipe on the other side. Well, if you take this photo in conjunction with this photo, you can see the back of the low boy in that photo, and then this one. So I'm still not sure if there's two pipes or not. Because they're showing, when I zoom in on this, it looks like there's actually two pipes. So whether there be one here and one here, I did do the other side. Maybe. I did do the other side, and I added the this is for the quick disconnect to fill Booster 9 at the pad. So get that turned around right. So when I was looking at this, it just got me to think that, and you see this one here, but you see another pipe here. And if you kind of in your head twist that little boy around to show the backhand side, it makes me wonder where exactly all these pipes are going. I know you got that one here. And this is where it would be awesome to have multiple Hey Logan, how you doing? Yeah, The reference photos are amazing, but the issue is, and there's a glitch in it, is when you start working, you kind of need, in some cases, you need to delete them, especially if you have um, multiple photos up like this. Um, so I'm just trying to go through and um, see where exactly this pipe is. I don't know if there's one on this side and one on the opposite side or not. That might be something we need to change. This is the first iteration. Once I figure out new details, it'll end up changing 100 times over, or if somebody catches that detail and says, "Hey, that pipe isn't there." It's word of mouth. It's also, feedback. You're getting feedback from different people, constructive criticism, and this is where a lot of people hate it. I love it. I relish in constructive criticism. It could be bad, and tell me if it's bad or not. Tell me it's good. If it's bad, what do I need to change on it? And explain to me why you think it looks horrible. That type of stuff. You need to. Those are the questions. If somebody doesn't, if somebody just comes up and say, "Oh, it's a horrible piece," and doesn't give you any feedback on it, why they thought it was, that's when you just kind of ignore those type of people. But if they're willing to, explain to you what do they see, what you can improve upon, and actually sit down and talk with those individuals, um, that's how you get that's how you'll get get an even better piece than what you had. I mean, you might have to change a few things, but it but in the long run, that's what, if somebody notices it, take it how you will. I mean, and at the end of the day, you're the designer. I had this conversation with one of our lug members a few months back, and me and Johnny both noticed an issue with an angle. Um, but I'm in the mindset, I'll let you know. Take my 2 cents as you will, and we finally explained to this individual that his angle was too steep. It needed to be flattened, and we and I explained to him. I said, "Look, I mentioned it to you. You're the designer. Ultimately, in the end, it's your decision to change it or not. You know." But I was also hoping that would be a learning experience for him, when if he built the whole thing, took it to one of these conventions, and then he would actually hear what people were saying. They would immediately figure out that something was wrong, and that's the kind of stuff that you do need to hear with these mocks and everything. If there's something wrong, you don't typically do it. That's why I do renders. I do the digital design first. And then I do the renders and post it on Facebook, Instagram, um, uh, X, formerly known as Twitter. Uh, what's the other one? There's one other one. Give me 2 seconds here. Flickr. I post it all on there. I don't typically do Reddit anymore, just because there are a lot of thieves out there. They will claim your work. I put up instructions. I mentioned it on Reddit, and the next thing I know, somebody's selling my Sea Dragon. It was a scam, and I mentioned to everybody. I posted on there, got the word out, like, hey, you can only buy it from my site. That's where my instructions are sold, and so forth and so on. But that's what happens, and I figured out that it's Reddit that where people want to post. It's that's where these scammers and everybody else are kind of getting involved with stealing people's work. So just beware of Reddit. Um, and this also brings up the fact that it's also probably a good idea to um, get copyright, get an actual copyright and do things, um, or trademark. Start going legal. That way, if somebody does try to steal your stuff, you can fight them in court. Luckily, I haven't done any of that yet, and so far, knock on wood, no one's tried to take my stuff. Well, except for the one I just mentioned. But I was able to squash it without having to go through the legal route. So, all right. So, uh, yeah, the verdict is still out on the piping. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is and say there's one on opposite sides uh, until I can find a really good 360 photo of it. Um, and that'll be that. I'm going to delete, and as you can see, it's being choppy again. We're going to delete all that, show all this. Yeah, it's work in progress. It's you just gotta watch yourself and um, yeah. I don't know how it is on the other Discord channels. I have my own channel um, that we basically use for testing, and then pretty much stick with the Lug channel. I have I'm on Bricks and Space Discord as well, but I'm in a miniature. I'm a admin on that one. So most are yeah an admin. So most people, but it's also the people you're hanging around with. Yeah, and that's a good thing too. I mean, if you can replicate a design and it's original to somebody else, you really don't need to do it. I mean, I've held off on that multiple times. You'd be surprised. People want their 5 minutes of fame. That's their attention. They want the attention, and they'll do anything to get it. Most of the people that I've dealt with were from China. They want the mocks. They'll steal people's designs just to promote their fake Lego. And there was a whole big thing about that. That's why I'll just put renders out. Most people can't even comprehend the stuff that I've been doing. So I mean, they can try to rebuild it in studio, but it is what it is. All right. So I am going to bring up one. Yeah, and like if you go onto Google, actually, I'm not going to do it right now, but if you go onto Google and type in Sea Dragon Rocket Lego, I'm pretty much one of the few people that actually have one. Actually, my design was the first one ever designed and built. and it was to scale with the Saturn V Lego kit. So it was a big deal. The people, and plus at the time when I was designing it, they had Apple TV had an alternate space series going for all mankind, which entered the first and second season. Both had Sea Dragon, so it was a big deal at the time. Today, not so much. It's the real hardcore space fanatics that that really want to see the difference in scale with their own eyes between the Saturn V and the Sea Dragon. So, but I mean, all you can do is try to protect yourself as much as possible. That and a good way is to go and talk to a copyright lawyer. That is what I found. I wouldn't even trust the sites online. I would just try to find a lawyer and see if you can get a consultation for to see. Now, it's going to cost you some money to get yourself established, your own copyright. Um, you need to have your own logo and all that other fun stuff. Because along with the copyright, you're going to want a trademark as well. Um, let me custom parts. Kind of like my symbol right here. I can register this as a trademark. I can also register it as a copyright mark. So, and I could also even, and this is something all this stuff I do plan on doing. The problem is it just costs money. I can also set this up as an LLC business. If you do that, I wouldn't even attempt doing that unless you're making some substantial money every month. And honestly, I'm not. So I'm making like maybe $25 every few months, every once in a while. So yeah, most of this stuff is all done right out of my pocket. I mean, my whole plan for my business is anybody who buys my instructions off my website, um, all that money goes straight into the next build. That's why I have donations and everything. It doesn't go into my pocket one bit. It's just a way to fuel the Lego designs. So, but I still continue to purchase Lego and do it myself because that's just how little money there is in the instructions. Yeah, well, it's also genre too. I mean, uh, it's also the genre and different type of themes. Yeah, we definitely need to pull our resources. But at the same time, I mean, we'll talk about it. We can definitely. Um, I mean, I'm trying to get a website going. It's not easy. It's actually just a mobile site right now. Um, but it works. I mean, I pay I think $100 every year for my URL. Well, I would say the lug YouTube is, yeah, it is exactly what we're talking about, what it's for, but it's more for, I feel that it would be more for the really active people in lug. Yeah, and it's definitely not for money. If you're just in it to post some stuff, the lug YouTube is great. To start out to learn the stuff. But if you're looking to do money, uh, that's where you have to start your own stuff and business and everything. Um, get your own web page going, selling your own instructions. Now, I know people that go to Etsy. They do their digital. They put their instructions on Etsy. A lot of people tend to do Rebrickable. I had issues with Rebrickable um, with one of my builds. Somebody reported me and they said I stole their design, which was false. I tried it. I explained that to them, but because of the location of the person reporting it and where you Rebrickable is located, kind of backing each other on their own, and I tried and I lodged a formal, um, but the guy said nothing you would say will convince me, and that just told me right there that nothing I would say would convince him. So yeah, the lug YouTube definitely needs. We need to start figuring out how to do the lug. I mean, to me, the lug is more of a teaching platform um, for this stuff, so you can actually learn how to do this stuff on your own. That's why I'm adamant about having good Discord um, stuff. I honestly think we should really start doing build nights, live streaming them, or at least videoing them, and at least doing something for build and chill nights on Discord. Um, the learn from a lug member. If we can get people to videotape that, and if I figured out how to record and do the voice and everything on mine, uh, and start getting things posted. But you want it to make it look good. You want to make your group to look good too. And to me, having only one person asking questions and actually being involved in it, it doesn't. It looks more staged than good. So, all right. Well, we have. We got most of our design here. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. We're going to stick with this for right now, and then what we're going to be doing is the last little bit here on top is the grid fins. Um, I'm going to add a reference photo real quick. I found this one on X, if I can get it. Um, Good. By Lunar Caveman. He follows a lot of this stuff, and he's really good at guessing the approximate dimensions and everything. Um, and he's just really good CAD designer with details and everything. So basically, we're going to be going in and I'm going to get these numbers real quick. 3.5, we're going to scale them down 3.5 meters down to 2.5 and 2.5 meters. The actual holes in the grids, I don't. That's going to be a rough one. But we'll see what happens. Let me get on Google here real quick, and then we will. Scale. What I need is. I'm doing my redundancy. I'm going. Actually, I'm going to. We're going to do that, and then wherever we are. And just do that. That will go away. Exit out of that. There we go. Okay. We got our scale calculator. I need to get feet and mil, and then I'm going to do another one. Get this set up. What I want is meter to feet, and then that'll be good. So go back to here. We need 3.5. Whoop. Come on. There we go. So 3.5. I'm going to take that. Do some of this scale. Paste. Calculate. And here. Paste. Alright. So, and then we'll bring up our calculator. 49.98 divided by 8. And we're going to do 8. The width of a plate instead of the height for for this. And then we got 6.2, so it's going to be studio. We're going to do, actually we're going to open up a new one, and then we're going to do custom parts main. That's what we're looking for. Get rid of that plate. So we're going to do 1x6, and then I need to edit preferences, appearance. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Cancel. Oh, don't save. Okay. Model, add reference photo. And then you can see all the reference photos. But these reference photos are from, as you can see, B7, different boosters. Here's booster 4. So I haven't gotten to switch everything out or sort everything between the different boosters, because each booster had a different iteration change with the design. Like this photo here, they got the this one uses hydraulics to move the rocket motors underneath, and that was the one thing in the last launch attempt that actually exploded. Was that, and they switched from that to the electric motors. So got that. Okay, so we need 2.5 now. Just go back over 2.5. Copy. take that 0.72256 and hopefully you're not hearing somebody on the background talking too loud. Divide by 8. And 4.5. We're just going to go with 4. We're just going to small size it. So it's going to be 4 by 6. We're going to do. Just get a 4 by 6 plate. So that's our. That's essentially what these grid fins are. They're going to be a 4 by 6 plate. So we can just size it on up. We can rotate this to about there. And if we can get it close. Go here and there we go. That's close enough. It's just a little bit longer and a little bit bigger. So so we can get actually, and it doesn't matter to design, it just, so I got to figure out how to connect it into here onto that. And my main goal is to have it actually rotate. One of the ways we could do that where is functional? There we go, functional and turntable. Turntable. Now the funny thing about these turntables, I thought that they only come in light bluish gray or tan. These back ones, you can get them in a wide array of colors. So, but we're just going to stick with that. And then we're going to go with a bracket. So, a bracket. And then I would like to use this one, but I kind of wish I could keep. I wish they had a bracket that was 2x2 round. That looked a lot like this. Kind of like this. This is what I wish they had for a 2x2. Oops. So, and do that, and then this. Try to keep that all in. Right there. Okay. Now they have an angle. I think wedge. And there we go. So I'll keep it there. I'm gonna go 5 plate, 5. Actually, that's not what I want to do. I want to do. I really would like to this, and then have it slope curve, but they don't have a slope curve like that. This is the only thing that comes close. But need a plate. Do a corner. Something like that. And then do a 4. Like that. Or do I want to do? Tile modified. And then, where do I want to do, there we go. I think that'll work. Oops. And this. And we'll keep, I'm try to keep this all in 6. I'm gonna do that way, and then we need a 3. So we're gonna switch this out for a 4x4 plate. There we go. And then a 1x1. Not the most strongest of connections, but it should work. And then everything from this point, we can get black. Yeah, anything you do in real life, it could be easily ground down. The angle can be different. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the look I was going for with the roundedness. I thought about using different ball joints, different things. But sometimes you just can't overthink it. I think this will work. Unless there's a new part that comes out between now and next July, that will work better. I think this is what I'm going to stick with. Create that into a submodal. And then I can detach it. And the reason I did that is copy all that, bring it over here, and delete that. And I'm going to cut that, and then go into our submodel. think we're gonna go with a plate. Actually, we're gonna do this way. We're gonna do a 4 plate. Okay, and then paste. Now see. See, if this was a rounded piece, what I could do is I could countersink that one plate into there, and then I'd still be able to get the rotation that I wanted. Unfortunately, I have not seen any round plate that is like that. That has a bracket on it that can do that. But for tonight, for right now, I think this will be good. And then we'll just copy and paste. And things change. I might get an inspiration one day and try to play with it and make it better. Paste. There we go. And then play around with it. And just switch these all to 35 degrees. That's what they do in air. They'll twist and rotate. Each one of them individually twists and rotates, and that helps steers the booster back down to the ground. It's the same concept on the Falcon 9 booster. It's just blown up. The only difference between this booster and the Falcon 9 is this one doesn't have any feet and it has way more rocket engines. So yeah. And that pretty much brings this to I think we're pretty much done with this. There wasn't much detail on here. The other thing that that I could do, but it's going to be very expensive, is doing chrome plating and just switching all this out to chrome. And that's about it. I don't know if I want to do that or not, or we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I keep on saying, some things in my life just need to happen first before I can proceed to do anything. So other than that, I think Booster 9 is completed. And then there we go. Dimensions? Is that the one that I wanted? I think it is. Yep, it is. Okay. And then just kind of doing this as a backup. Create a symbol. Copy. Paste. And Got those ones. We can mess around with these ones a little bit. After that. Oh boy. Hate when Studio does this. Turn the main model. So do that. Make that show all. And there we go. Get rid of these ones. This is the beautiful thing about this. We can just do that. Shows the insides. I might have been too hasty and deleted that. This is for the Raptor engines. Oh well, I'll get that. So, and this is the overall height, and then that's the next one is Starship. So I think that's going to be about it for tonight. I really wanted to show you the designs. I'm going to go this week. I'm going to see if I can find better photos of these piping and see if they're just on the one side or if they're catty corner to each other, or one next to each other and whatnot. So I'm going to keep my eye out. Other than that, last night I was on Johnny Build's stream. We built the Chatham 5 Racer, or Chatham 7R Lego kit. Awesome build. Lot of good techniques in it. I will hopefully have a short or a video out. Me finishing it up because I did not finish on his stream last night. And it did run long. I ran into an issue where I missed a part. So tomorrow it will on Ben's stream. I don't think Ben's doing a solo stream tomorrow, so won't be streaming. We'll be there tomorrow night at 9 just to watch and give advice if he asks for it. Other than that, sorry about the technical difficulties today. Glad it all worked out in the end. Hopefully next week we won't have that issue. I gotta go through, make sure everything's updated, and hopefully what happened tonight will not happen next week. Other than that, I think that's about it. I hope you all have a good evening and a good rest of your week. And I will see you next week. Bye.